Hi, my name is Trudie, I'm one of the IQ Bar team and I'm also one of the vloggers. This week's vlogs are all about smart targets. So you can see Mark's vlog for smart targets in taster sessions, and for smart targets in normal session reviews you can check out Kyle's vlog. So how smart are you? In this vlog you'll put your understanding of SMART to the test. So we'll start with a reminder of what the SMART acronym actually stands for. And our main focus of this vlog will be on the specific element within SMART. I'll be talking about how to apply this specific element within your reviews. I'll be looking at examples of SMART targets and some that are not so smart. And we'll look at how to up-level your targets. At the end of this video, I'll be giving you a really important final note, and I think lots of you may find this really useful in helping you use the specific element. So stay with me to find out more, and let's get smart. What does SMART mean? Let's refresh our memory of what it stands for. Sometimes the letters may represent a slightly different word, but they all have the same meaning. So for me, I go by this: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. And this vlog's focus is on the specific. Specific. It basically means tell them exactly what you want them to do. Often, and we've all been guilty of this at some point, we're making our targets so they're not specific enough. We're going to look at 2 examples and see if you think that the target is specific or not. Don't worry about all of the other elements of the SMART acronym at the moment. Let's just get to grips with specific. Target 1. Practice reading over the next week. Specific or not? It's not. Why? Because it just says reading. This could be any type of material, and also you haven't given them something to read. It's way too broad of an area. So for a target like this, you need to narrow it back down and state exactly what you want them to read. You could even send them something to practice reading. This could be something as simple as a picture of a piece of text for them to practice. Target number 2. Before your next lesson, work on your pronunciation. Specific or not? It's not specific. Why? Pronunciation, another big area. Start big, that's great, but then like pronunciation, move in and focus on the specific needs of that bready. For example, practice the pronunciation of and the word or the sound that they need to practice. So let's look at using SMART targets. So now we're being refreshed, we're going to look at an example of a target and think about how we can up-level it. There'll be many times that you've made fantastic notes and have this whole long list of words for the bready to practice, but this is where we need to ensure that our targets are being manageable for them. So only list about 3 words out of the group and save the rest for another time. This makes it specific because you're listing the actual words, but also reaches out to some of those other SMART areas. Let's look at an example before we up-level it. Practice your pronunciation of English words. Now let's up-level. Please practice the word the with the correct pronunciation. You can practice this 3 times a day for the next 4 days. So why is this good? Can you see how it meets each of the SMART criteria? So as I said, we're focusing on specific, but if you can spot the rest, that's fantastic. This is specific because it picks out the word the for them to practice. I thought I'd throw in a couple of real life examples from you guys, so keep up the really good work because these are fantastic. This buddy's done a great job of making their targets specific by listing a particular word for the bready to practice and an example of a sentence of how they could apply it. They've also focused on a pronunciation of a sound they need to work on, as well as listing particular words that they need to focus on when they're reading. Again, in this review, the buddy has made sure that their targets are specific by listing a particular word they can practice and how they can practice it. So here is my final note. When it comes to our reviews, keep in mind our learning goals. Our main learning goal is for our Briddies to learn English. We can then break this down into manageable aims, such as learning to read, to write, to speak, use grammar, vocabulary, and our targets should be specific and relate to these. We guide them to meet these targets by giving them learning tasks, something like structure, specific vocabulary, pronunciation of a word or a sound, and this helps them to know what to practice. So by giving them specific words or specific sentences, they know exactly what needs to be done, which goes back to the very first thing I said about specific, telling them exactly what to do. Thank you for watching, and as always, I hope this has really helped. If you'd like any more information, feel free to contact a member of the team. Happy teaching, guys! Bye!